Today on the channel, we release the Beast with Mattel Elite Royal Rumble, Brock Lesnar.
The spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another WWE Mattel Elite unboxing and review. And today on the channel, we got the Beast Incarnate himself, we got the Royal Rumble, Brock Lesnar. But for all your Brock Lesnar needs and a whole lot more, make sure you're hitting up Ringside Collectibles. Use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 10%. Gotta get a deal out there. And Brock Lesnar comes to us again in the Elite line, and what is old is new again. Not a lot of bells and whistles with this Brock Lesnar. A lot like the Batistas we've talked about. Not a lot you can do with Lesnar for the most part, especially this older version of Lesnar, which it feels like we just recently got this in the traditional Elite line not very long ago, because that is the truth. We've got it in the Ultimate. They've really got their most out of they could out of Brock Lesnar, and unfortunately, like Batista once again, Brock, a big, jacked up, good-looking tattoos, all kinds of stuff going on. But at the end of the day, just kind of plain black trunks, tights, I guess more basketball shorts almost is what you would call them here. But an interesting one. There's not a lot of looks you can do. You can't really mix up Brock Lesnar. And we're going to, of course, compare this to another Brock Lesnar, the recent released Elite one here later in this video. But, of course, we're also going to do this review like we do all the other reviews on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. So without further ado, let's see what old Brock Lesnar's up to. There he is in the plastic window. Much smaller plastic window for 2024. There he is playing peekaboo on the side. Brock Lesnar. There's old Virgil just hanging out. Of course, he is the Build-A-Figure. Royal Rumble logo, Elite, WWE, all the hits being played right there. There's Brock. He's serious about his Royal Rumble. He might lose earlier in the night, then he might come back and win the Royal Rumble. He might do that. We might have seen that in the past. Elite logo, Brock Lesnar, certified authentic Brock Lesnar right there. Then on the back, you got the name, you got the tail of the tape, you got the blurb, you got Virgil, you got the Elite, you got Royal Rumble, of course, you got the cross-sell down there. We're unboxing every single one of these on the channel, so make sure you do check those out. Make sure you stay around for the very last video where we rank the entire wave and we build Virgil. So a lot of fun. Let's see what it says about Brock Lesnar. From Minneapolis, Minnesota. Beautiful this time of year. I spend a lot of time in Minneapolis. I gotta go. I'm due to go back up there here in the next couple of weeks. We'll see what happens when I do that. Height 6'3", weight 286 pounds. Finisher, that dreaded F5. Yes, it is like a tornado, some may say. The Beast Incarnate lost the WWE Championship only to come back and win the Royal Rumble 2022, becoming the only superstar in history to do so. Career highlights, Universal Champion, WWE Champion, Brock Lesnar getting it done, also UFC Champion, as we do know. Oh, rookie, see you later, goodbye. What are we doing? What are we doing? There it goes, see you later, goodbye. And I mentioned this in a prior review, this plastic is not as sturdy and strong as it used to be. Right out of the package, I got rips and tears. Isn't that pretty wild that you can just kind of like tear this apart if you wanted to? That's how thin that plastic is. So, wild times, but I keep saying it. I'd rather spend money on the figure than I would the packaging. Now, I'm not a mint on card collector, so you got to always take that into account as well. So, definitely interesting, though, with some of this new packaging going on. So, be wary, be wary, be leery, too. Whoa, see, I just popped my finger right through that. It's just easy to tear through. You're just tearing through on this stuff. Absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. Then we got old Virgil. He's locked in, but I'm powering through it. I'm powering through it, Virg. See you later. Goodbye. There it goes. And we got Virgil arms, and we got two Virgil fists. Who knows? Who knows? But we'll be able to put Virgil together, so stay tuned for that. That should be an all-timer. That should be an all-timer putting Virgil together. But now we got old Brock Lesnar out of the package, and what is old is new again, once again. Two Fists of Fury on Brock out of the package. He's throwing those punches. He's ready to go. Of course, you got two gripping hands with Brock Lesnar right here. And then you got the two wide grip gripping hands. I'm not exactly sure. Why do we have the wide grip gripping hands? What's really the difference, or what's the reason for that? I'm trying to think. I don't know if you can grab onto somebody's leg or something. I'm not exactly sure. Maybe putting them up for the F5, you can grab their leg and their hand. I guess that must be it. Not sure, but we do get two sets of gripping hands for Brock. So choose your own gripping hand adventure at the end of the day. But now we're going to get down to it. We're getting down to old Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar doing Brock Lesnar things in the Mattel Elite line once again. And very, very similar. I mean, I feel like this is identical to the last Brock Lesnar. The big difference here being the head. A very subdued Brock Lesnar head. A great head sculpt on Brock Lesnar here. Very subdued, very stoic looking. Got the beard, got the mohawk, the little ponytail. Got the 2 ears, the 2 eyes, got the nose, got all the usual hits Brock Lesnar plays in the face department. They even kind of got, it looks like that little scar that old Alistair Overeem gave him back in the UFC back in the day. Got some of that. He's even got some lines in the forehead. I want to believe those are big blade scars right there, but he's got some lines in the forehead as well. But all day long, new Brock Lesnar head, always good. At least we got something different here, as the rest of this, I think, is primarily reuse at the end of the day. And, of course, Brock's got his big tattoo on his chest, tattoo on both shoulders, the big back tattoo. You got the Brock logo on his butt. You got the Brock logos on the front of his trunks up here. Black shoes, black gloves that say Lesnar on them. Playing a lot of the Brock Lesnar hits we've seen numerous times. Of course, articulation, arms going all the way around. Bicep cut, double jointed, pinless elbows, hands back forth side to side. You do got the wrist tape here that is removable, so if you take the hands off, that will come. It's supposed to be kind of part of the glove. I guess it's not really wrist tape. It's part of the glove is what it's supposed to be. Got the ab crunch, waist articulation, splits, thigh cut if you need it, double jointed knees on Brock, boot cut, ankles a little side to side, a little bit of up and down, the usual feet articulation. Of course, he should fit on a ringside collectible stand. What do you know? Brock's taking his last stand on a Mattel ringside collectible stand. A good-looking Brock. If you don't have a Brock, this is perfectly serviceable. It's a good-looking Brock. There's no issues with this one here. It just feels like we've been here before, like a young deja vu from Iron Maiden is what it really feels like at the end of the day. A good figure, but one that we feel like we've had 100 different times. Obviously, that's a little extreme, but you know what I mean. But we do have the last Brock. Once again, very similar. Different head sculpt here. So the differences between these two figures, very well, I guess you do got pinless knees on this one. You do got the pinned knees on here. So that is a point of difference. You got some difference in the gloves there on the kind of the bottom. It does say Fear or Fury, where this is just plain black. Tattoos obviously going to be the same. The head, the biggest difference. And one thing you could do is mix and match the heads if you want to swap back and forth. For whatever reason, you could do that. So there is some upgrades here, but enough to spend the money to get a new one. Really depends on your Brock Lesnar fandom. Are you a completist of this line? What are your reasonings? You got to justify it to yourself, really, at the end of the day. But very, very similar from what we've seen in the past. So that's old Brock Lesnar from the Royal Rumble Elite line. What are your guys' thoughts? Is this a pickup? Is it a pass? Is it one you scratch your head and you're not so sure on? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. And, of course, you made it this far. Don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Turn on the old notification bell as we got videos every single day. And then some. And, of course, Patreon going to be the best way to support this very YouTube channel. Pro Wrestling Tees, another way to support the channel. You can also follow along on social media. SirPaul64 on the X, _Kyle_Peterson on Instagram and on Threads. So for the Beast Incarnate, Brock Lesnar, I am Kyle. See you guys all real soon.